Sundown on the Union.
Well, it's sundown on the Union.
It's going to be sundown on the Union if we don't get involved and get informed and let people know who the authors of our misery are. Sure, it's us for letting these corrupt banksters get in place, but they are the prime movers with the intelligent evil consciously doing what they're doing. You know, democracy doesn't rule the world. You better get that through your head. This world is ruled by violence. But I better have that left unsaid, as, of course, the immortal Bob Dylan would say. You're going to be back on with us 30 minutes on Thursday. Graciously, Max Kaiser, maxkaiser.com. But you can really see him getting ready. And saying, oh, we're going to have a recession now. We never left it. We're in a depression because of what's happening in the Middle East. And now they're saying, oh, there may be a cyber attack or even a solar flare that knocks out the satellites and destroys the stock market. They're really introducing into the public mind that there's going to be this big financial attack and it's going to cause the depression. And then they'll tell all the yuppies that, and then they'll hate brown men in caves for losing their 401ks. What do you see happening?
I see the people in Wisconsin who are revolting against the corrupt governor there, joining forces with people in the other nations that are in a state of revolution as part of the global insurrection. So in Madison, Wisconsin, they've got a revolution going on. You got a corrupt banker who runs the place, this guy Scott Walker, who's a tool of the Koch brothers. And the people are revolting, just like the people in Tunis and the people in Cairo. I'll be in Cairo tomorrow. And people are talking about the people in Madison, Wisconsin, and the people in the U.S., the people in Athens, the people in Dublin. They all have common cause. We're all being subjected to tyranny by these banks.
Well, Max, I think it's more...
Wherever I go to him in Beirut. I meet people in the cafe who pull out a silver dollar. They know the story. They said, I bought my silver, Max. We're going to crush J.P. Morgan. This is in Beirut, Lebanon. I expect to hear the same thing in Cairo, Egypt tomorrow. It's a global revolution against these tyrannical bankers. And
by the way, you don't blow hot air. Another historical thing. I'm proud that you launched Operation Crush J.P. Morgan here on this show.
It was the 11th of November. Silver was 26.5. It's now 34.5. That's in less than what, 3 or 4 months? We're crushing it.
But I don't want to give you and I
above 50 in the short term. It's going to 500 before the thing's all over.
Well, I don't want to give you and I all the credit, or even the listeners. We could see the writing on the wall and basically pointed it out. But I do want to give you the credit for the idea, Max. It's amazing. But you know, this whole Madison...
He did the Google bomb, and that's what made the thing work, okay? The idea of buying silver, academically, that made sense on paper. But you apply the InfoWars Google bomb, and it had a devastating effect. I noticed that Google is changing all their algorithms. Are they trying to, is that part of the InfoWars?
Yes, no, they're trying to block us. They've said it's for alternative media websites and aggregators, though we have a lot of original news as well. They don't like our analysis. And Google's blocked us out of Google News, but our listeners are spreading the word faster and faster. And
because the people power is bigger than the authoritarian regimes, whether it's Google or the political powers in North Africa or Scott Walker in Wisconsin.
Well,
everyone's on the march.
As Victor Hugo said, no army can stop an idea whose time has come. But when you're back on in about 48 hours on Thursday with us, we'll get more into the situation. I don't see the unions as the good guys or Walker as the good guy. It's more sophisticated. You notice the cops normally love beating up protesters all over the country, but then now they're there because they know they might get their money cut. I see this as kind of government people finding out they've been robbed by the banksters and now kind of waking up. But if I did see the cops, you know, not attack an anti-war demonstration or not attack a group like that, then maybe I'd feel better. But, you know, look, we're running out of money. We're bankrupt. But I do agree with the fact, because the numbers are there, you could cut all the union money. You could cut all the government. It wouldn't pay a paltry amount of the overall trillions and trillions owed via fraud to these bankers.
What are you talking about? Wall Street just paid itself $144 billion in bonuses. What do you mean we're running out of money? You mean the bank stole all the money?
Well, no, that's exactly, I'm saying you go after the bankers, you don't have the red herring of all these Republicans saying, we'll fix it, we'll cut the union's money. I'm saying that's like a micron of the overall spending, as you know, Max.
Yeah, absolutely. The left-right thing is nonsense. The people who are demonstrating in Madison need to join hands with the rest of the revolutionaries around the world and understand the true dynamic of their oppression is what we're saying.
Liberals need to run Gadsden flags up, buy guns, join the true rebellion. They don't want us to. They don't want us to all come together. Max, good hearing from you. We'll talk to you Thursday. Thank you for joining us.
Adios.
Adios. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.